lovely of you to join me. I really do appreciate your company tonight on my final lockdown live session. So yeah, I thought long and hard about what to do for my final painting. Well, this is one that I thought about doing. Hi Lauren. This is one I thought about doing a long time, but I was scared to do it because I don't do people. But I was in a conversation with Lauren about drawing people. I thought, well, I don't mind doing the back view, and if I do a black and white painting and have the lady in red, we'll see how it goes. So paints, what paints have I got today? Well, I have got a very limited palette, as you can see. I've got titanium white, I've got ivory black, Payne's grey, so that I've just got some different colours to go with, just within the black. It's different values rather than colours. I've got Alizarin Crimson to add shadow to my 3 reds that I have, and I have, she says, looking at her, cadmium red deep, I've got scarlet, and I've got my normal cadmium red. Okay, so what have I got up here? Well, up here I've got my canvas, which is huge, and I can't remember the size of it, but it's a lot bigger than normal, which is why apparently you can't see that top corner, but I promise not to do much up there. Okay, I've covered it. First of all, I did my normal acrylic gesso, and then I've covered it in the liquid white so that you can see the fingerprint. Okay, now as I said, I can see your comments, but I can't see the video, which is good because that won't be distracting. Okay, so I'm going to start with a mix of Payne's grey. I'm going to take some of the white, and up in the corner we're just going to do some background shapes for some trees, because I decided I ummed and I ahed over this for ages. What am I going to do? Am I going to do her on a street because she's wearing high heels? She's not going to be in a park, you know, going across country or skiing or anything. So I thought, okay, I don't want to do a cityscape because, again, I don't know, I just don't feel that would be the way to go, the way to finish it. And all I'm doing here, if you can see, is just tapping in some random shapes, but once I've got the trees and that in, and the bushes and everything, that will look like, now I'm up in this corner, I'm literally just doing what I'm doing over there, which is giving that corner a little bit of darkness. Just tapping in at the top, tapping in at the side. Okay, and just giving a little bit of infill, if you like. Now I know my son Lewis, who normally watches with me, but he can't watch me tonight because he's working. So appreciate everybody else that's joined me. Let's say these will just be, she's walking in a park-ish. That's going to make sense. I'll go off there. And then I'll just come down here. Okay, because I think the road is going to be along here somewhere. I'm fairly sure it is. Okay, so I just need some background shapes and background pattern to make it look like she's walking along the road. Okay, I hope everybody's okay, and you're still, let me just, yes, we're still live. Still going, that's good. I am paranoid, I really am. Do you know what? I'm actually watching a series called Paranoid, and I'm convinced, we've seen it ages ago, but for the life of me I can't remember what happens to it. So I'm going to basically, my road is going to be, well, my path is going to be sort of that sort of a way. Okay, so I'm going to go straight into some knife, no I'm not, I lied. I'm going to go straight into Payne's Grey. We'll go into Payne's Grey. And we will put some trees into these. It's starting out a little bit like last week's painting. But all I'm doing is just putting some background trees in so that it looks like she's in a park or she's walking through a park. We've all town centres have got parks and stuff, so. And we'll, there we go. And we'll just pop in. Now, let's say I've only just got the Lane's Grey. Oh, Payne's Grey. Okay, so I'm just popping in a few little branches and things just to show that there's something behind here. She's walking past. Okay, and there. Like I say, I did say to my husband that I was really quite worried about tonight's painting because it is something totally different. So I'm so pleased that you're all here to cheer me on a little bit. Okay, so we'll just clean that. And I'll just clean, as I've always done, I clean my brushes in the Bob Ross odorless thinners. I did try a few other types of brands, but they just didn't work for me because I do have quite bad sinuses, and I have to say that they weren't happy. Okay, so as she's walking along, we're going to have some really big trees. So I'm going to have this one, and it's going to be here. Okay, I'm literally just taking a little bit of each. There's not, so there we go. Take that up there. Put that up there. Okay. Now I did. So how's everybody anyway? How are we all? What have we been up to? I've been out gardening with the chickens today. That was an experience and a half. I couldn't believe it. They just wouldn't leave me alone. Because they dive in wherever I've been or wherever they think I'm then going to go. And they start attacking because they think I'm pulling up worms and bugs and stuff for them to eat. So I have that one there. It's going to be a little bit thinner because it's a little bit. Now I am going to go over these. I hope you can see. Excuse my arm. Surviving. Hopefully once lockdown restrictions are gone, I will do lessons again. I have got my COVID check-in thing. So I'm going to go from here. So I have my COVID secure. I took all the precautions, and if it's nice we can actually paint outside because I have a gazebo, so I can do painting. I can do painting outside again, lessons outside, which will be lovely. So I do miss, go up there I think. I do miss having people round. Mind you, I'm a fair way out as well. I'm quite far in the country, although you wouldn't believe it. We're out in the middle of nowhere, but we have just about the highest infection rate in the area at the moment. Okay, so, right, let's sort these ones out first before I go any further. Let me just wipe my knife off. Let me get my brush. Okay, and we'll have some, yeah, we'll go into both, a little bit both of these. Better for seeing you, thank you James. And we will take these up. Now again, notice that we're using the very end of the brush because the last thing you want is a controlled straight line, because trees don't grow in controlled straight lines. They will grow in the straight line if you prune them and restrict their growth, but they don't, it's not their natural way. So if it's a little bit shaky, that's all the better. Okay, cross some in front so they look like they're coming this way. There we are. Okay, so you get the idea with what I'm doing. There we go. I'm settling into it a little bit now. I'm not quite as nervous as I was, but the real nerve-wracking bit is yet to come and I'm worried about it. Oh, goodness me. It's rather weird actually, just seeing the comments. I'm glad I've got the comments anyway, but I haven't got the video, so like I say, I can't exactly. The case of masks, etc., if they let restrictions go, no masks. Well, I think it would be what you're comfortable with, but I suppose if we're outside and I can socially distance you in the gazebo, because if we don't have the sides, it's not an enclosed space, so I don't think we would have to have masks. That's my understanding of it. Once the rule of 6 or whatever it is, the meetings and stuff. But we'll sort it out as soon as it's legal. We will sort it out, Lauren, because I know you do. And I don't know if you did hear, but if you do win today's prize, you can use the voucher on the lessons as well. So now I'm going to have to do the top of the tree when I get the painting down off the easel, because you know what, I'm such a little shorty, I can't see. So I can't see what we're doing. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to take one of my round brushes, preferably one that, I really need to get some more. Okay, take the dark, a little bit of light, and we'll just tap in some leaves on the bush, on the tree. Take them round the corner. Now try and concentrate on a little bit on the shape. I know it looks like I'm just tapping here, there and everywhere, but I am trying to create a little bit of shape to the tree. Up there, over there. There we are. So bring that over. Okay. So we don't want them too thick, but by the same token, don't want them too heavy. It's not a winter one. And if you can hear things rattling away, it's because we have big tractors and stuff out here, and when they go over the drains in the road, they do set up a bit of vibration. Oh, the joys of country living. Actually, you know what, I really wouldn't swap it. I moan like crazy about it, but I absolutely adore it. It is just so good. The only disadvantage is being so far away from both my boys, but with one in London and one in Peterborough, it's not like they're on another planet or anything. I can get to them from King's Lynn and Peterborough by the road. Okay, so we'll leave that there. I'm just going to leave that one there. Go for another one. I'm just going to do a little bit of highlighting. So it just looks like there's a little bit of light just twinkling through, just catching here and there. You won't be able to see much of the twinkle, but you'll know it's there. Okay, and if your twinkle doesn't stick, then just add a little bit of the thinners and it will. Okay, there we go. Take that right there. Okay, so leaving that one there as well. This is how I forget them, I just put them down. Okay, I'm going to go, we're going to put some grass in now, so I'm going to need my big 2-inch brush. So, here we go. Into the Payne's grey and the black. Going to take quite a chunk of the white. So, wiggle, bring it down, start in the back. So we're going to bring it in, around here, okay, tap that, there we are. Lighter as you go back, it disappears, heavier at the front. There we are. A little bit of bushes that cut off rather sort of straight, so we need to perhaps have a little bit of an angle on that. Again, a few little bushes and stuff at the back. There we are. A few little bits over there. There we are. Okay, we'll go through. Don't need that one, but we will need to put some here. Again, go back and make sure you've got plenty grass. There we are. There we go. There we are. I'll just take this round the corner. So the road is sort of like going to go. Okay? That's how the road's going to go, I've decided. Put some more bushes and stuff up there. Just keep it all, turn it over. There we are. Okay. Right. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is put, I'm really out of place to put the brushes. So I'm going to put some of the dark to indicate that we've got a path. So I'm pulling straight down. So although I'm stepping up, I'm actually pulling straight down. I'll come over here. Oh, need to do that bit. Like that. Come around the corner and we'll carry that on down round this side. Oh, there we go. Okay, then I will take, I'll clear my, again, I'm just wiping my knife off. And take some of this colour again, only a little bit of the darker. And we're now going to do, I'll come this way. Going to do the path. So just going to lay in some colour. we've got a variety of colours in there. And that's my lady. So the road is going to have to go around like that. So I need to come round. Be the... You'll see where I'm going with this in a minute. Okay. Sorry if I've gone quiet, guys, but I'm really concentrating because I'm trying to work this out as I go. As you do. It's really nice. Oh, good. Thank you. Okay, so where are we going now? Now, I'm going to do... What am I going to do? I'm going to do the grass that is on this side, which is going to be a lot. So I'm going to take a lot darker a colour, because it's going to be a lot darker since it's going to be so close. Take that over into the road, or the path. Grass verges, yeah? Right, I'll just go down that corner. No, that's not the road noise, guys, that's my... brushes and knives banging against each other. Take a little bit more of the dark colour as we get closer. Okay. I don't know why it's decided all of a sudden to tap. And I'm sorry if you just got my back at the moment. Like I say, I can't see what you're looking at. Okay. So that's a bit of road. So I think we need to be a little bit darker over here. So we'll add a few little bits of grass coming over onto the path. Okay. There we are. Yeah, that's a bit better. Take a little bit. You can have some coming onto the path if you want. Wouldn't be the first. I know my paths in the garden at home, they're certainly not. They don't just end where the actual path ends. Okay, right, I'm going to leave that there for the moment. And I'm going to put this down because I now need to get my knife. And I need to reveal my lady in red, but she's not red yet. She will be, but she's not red yet. Okay, so this could take a while, guys. I did try. Okay. Oh, that's not come off too badly. Not as covered as I thought I was going to get. So I drew this on earlier because otherwise for me to have done that live I'd have been terrified and it probably wouldn't have worked. I'll just get that one up as well because once I've dropped them on the floor they'll just stick to my feet and then I'll get annoyed. Okay, so there she is. Hubby looked at it and said she looked a little bit podgy. And I said, well, it's come to the end of lockdown, we're all a little bit podgy. So, so we'll just have to wait and see. I don't think she looks that podgy, do you? There we go. I think I will just quickly, there we go, clear it off a couple of bits. Right, so red. Are we ready for this? Red. So the first thing I'm going to do is the umbrella. I'm going to mix 2 reds, but I'm not going to mix them brilliantly. It is a road or a path or whatever you want her to be walking on, Lauren. It's one of those. Okay, so I have no colour underneath this, no what's the word I'm looking for? There's no liquid white underneath. So I am just literally laying this on in the hopes that it will. Do you know, I even woke up last night and I was dreaming about that. I'd been dreaming about this. So scared of doing it. Okay. Good bright red again. Well, no, I don't think scared is the word. Apprehensive. Because I certainly have never done anything like this. I've never even done anything like this when I've been on my own in the studio. So to do this live, be kind in your comments. Okay. Now I'm hoping you can see this okay. I'm sure you will be able to. I've just added a little bit the other red. Okay, so that's the other bit of the brolly. Now I did draw this freehand. Usually I trace when I'm doing something like this, but I drew this freehand. Which is quite an achievement for me, because those of you who know me know I don't actually, although I'm an artist and you put a brush in my hand, I'm fine, put a pencil in my hand and I freeze. So for me to actually draw something, I was quite impressed. Okay. So that's the brolly. Now I know it's all one colour, so I'm going to add some of the Alizarin Crimson, and that's where we'll start putting in little shadows of where the ribs are. Okay. There are little shadows and little wrinkles and dips and stuff in the brolly, isn't there? There we are. Okay, and then also right in the very depths where the other side is, I think it's going to show, I'll just put in, you'll get a little bit of light shining through there, but not a lot. It will be a bit darker. Okay, so that's the underside. Okay, so now I'm going to do the lady's coat next, and the coat I'm just going to use the scarlet. Now I've got a little bit of Alizarin Crimson still on my brush, but I didn't want it to be the same colour. Just laying the paint in. Didn't want it to be the same colour as the brolly for obvious reasons. So if I think it's too orange, I will put in some darker colour. Okay, now I'm going to go over her hair, because I'll do her hair later. I mean, I'll still do it while we're talking, while I'm live, but I will do it later. Okay, you still with me? How are we going? Is that the coat? Yeah, there's a coat and a skirt, look. Because after I did the coat, I thought, do you know what? I haven't done the coat very long, so I put a skirt in it. And I'm going to give her a black belt as well. So don't mess with this chick because she's got a black belt. She's going to have black shoes as well. Or should I do red shoes? I might do red shoes actually. In which case she'd probably have a red belt. But no, she's going to have a black belt. I've decided. I have made my decision. Okay. Are we all still there? We're all still okay? There we go. Now, like I say, at the moment, I'm literally just laying in colour. Lots and lots of colour. Oh, and those that are interested, the brush that I'm using is a Donna Dewberry number 10 flat. Now, I think I've said to you before, these are actually acrylic brushes, but they are so good for oils. I did ask when I first got them, you know, can I use them for oils? And they were like, oh no, they're acrylic brushes only, they won't last for oils. Well, I've had these about 3 years now, and they still come to a really fine point. So I would highly recommend them. Get them on Amazon, and for detailed work, they're absolutely superb. Okay. That's the colour with the black and white. Yeah, that's what I thought. The contrast, it was what I was after. And if that works, I'm pleased. Okay, so we'll got a little bit of a kick pleat going on there. I should just come. Now it's taking me a little bit longer to lay the paint on, obviously, because I haven't got the underpainting. And this is more traditional oil colours, really. Although I'm guessing traditional oil, you would have to wait until it was dry. There. Okay, so we'll do that. And then we'll go back to this darker red. Okay, so that's the coat. Put a little bit of, there we go, just a few little wrinkly bits underneath there, a little bit of shading. There we are. Now I've gone over there, but that's okay because we're working wet on wet there, so I can actually take that off. There we are. Okay, so take that, bring that down. There we go, and we've got a little bit of a flare up. The wind's caught it a little bit. Go back up here under her arm. A little bit under there. Separate there as well. She's got a little bit. She's holding her coat or a brolly with both hands. Okay. Right. So now we need a jet black. So I'm just going to wash my brush, which is going to take a while because it's absolutely full to the gunnels of paint. How are we doing? Thank you. So her hair, I decided, is going to be very loosely tied. It's all going to come down. So I need to, a little bit more. And then that can flare out a little bit at the bottom. So I need to go right up to the brolly. And that can come, so it's like a few hairs hanging out a bit as well. There we are. And I'll put her a little ribbon in a minute, but at the moment I'm going in for the black belt. So, too much paint on my brush. Get rid of a little bit of it. There we are. There we go. That's a black belt. Okay, now we'll go to what my husband described as her other black belt, which is the black skirt. Sorry. Yeah, I've gone quiet again, guys. Just talk amongst yourself because I am concentrating. There we are. It's a black belt. We'll put a little bit of movement in the black belt just to show that she's walking. Okay, and then very, very lightly we will use need a bit more light than that. It's far too dark. A little bit of darken down here. Maybe a little bit of shadow. So that foot. There we are. Don't forget, guys, it is a black and white painting, so I'm not going to do lots of colour on it. And she's got one leg in front of the other. And then I need my tiny little brush to do a pair of black shoes. Now it's got red on it, so we'll get rid of that and go back straight into the black. Okay, and then I need another little bit to go for the lighter colour. It's going to be like the rest of the shoe, but when we go back to the black, I'm going to have to put this down for a second, guys. You need to, that's the high heel shoe. Okay, and there we have it. So here we need to take this, which is this, I think. Just take it in to here. Take that in a little bit. There we go. And then underneath here we can put just a grounder, a little bit of shadow, and reflecting in that shadow will be some of the red. Okay, just reflecting a little bit, there won't be lots. Okay, we can take some white, just to show a couple of puddles. Oh, you know what I have forgotten? I have forgotten. First off, we need to put her band in around her head or her hair, so some jet black for that. Here we are. That's her hair. Put a little bit extra on that. Okay, and we have also forgotten, that's probably going to be metal, so I'll do it in a grey, but we need a little bit at the top. There we are. Okay, so what are we thinking? Oh, Lewis, you've managed to join us. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so what I am going to do, and it's the one thing apparently Lewis's friend Nick hates, he's like, no, it looks fine, don't do anything to it, but I'm going to put a tree here. Because, oh, I don't know, it's getting a bit late, what do you reckon? Tree or no tree? Good choice, yeah. Tree or no tree, what do you reckon? Do you know what, I don't think I will. Because I actually quite like it the way that it is. I'm just going to reinforce that that's, there we go. Now, what do you reckon, guys? Leave it? I think I will. I think what I will do is just what I've had intended on doing, was just putting in a few little marks just to say that this is sort of, I can't take anything around the corner, that this is sort of a bit of road, a bit of, there we are, we'll just tidy up the bottoms of those. There we are. And there we have it. I'm going to leave it like that. It's all right, Nick. Sit back, enjoy, relax. I'm not doing anything else, except I am, when I find the right one, well this is going to have to do, I am going to go into my cadmium red. I'm going to have to do a few more paintings like this, to be honest, because I put out loads of paint because I thought I'd need an awful lot more. Okay, I'm going to put this down and I'm going to plonk my Monica down the bottom and sign off from my lockdown paintings. Just going to tone those down a little bit. I do think they're a little bit too. I don't normally play with it again. She looks like she's got wrinkly tights, doesn't she? Might tidy them up again in a little while. But anyway, there we have it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. It'll be on the website. When I've taken a few photographs of it, it'll be on the website, rbyart.co.uk. Thank you so much for your company over the last however many weeks it's been. It seems like it's been an eternity. I really enjoyed your company. Thank you so much for all your chat and for commenting online. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like it. I can see a few little bits that, like, I'm going to have to round her elbow at the moment. She looks like it's been cut off, but I'll do a few tweaks when it's all done and when it's a little bit drier. So anyway, like I say, rbyart.co.uk /store. As soon as I'm finished here, I will load up the wheel and I will add your names and I will find out where this is going to be winging its way to. So good luck, everybody. Thank you so much for your shares. Thank you for your company. Stay safe. Don't have to stay home anymore. Well, soon we won't. Take care. See you soon. Follow me on YouTube because I'll be putting other videos up there. All right, so take care. Love you lots.